Hello everyone. This is my first video on the channel, so I'm very excited to see where it goes. I was kind of guided to talk about one specific thing that I found particularly difficult on my journey, and it's regarding the visions that we're getting about our twin flames, or dreams, or some intuitive information. Because I understood how sometimes it's confusing, and I know that many people on this journey experience that. So, just to provide more context, I'm speaking about the situation in which you're doing your stuff, you're focused on your journey. Obviously, it's regarding the separation phase when everything started to fall and you guys got separated, and you started taking care of your own life as you should, obviously, during the separation stage. But from time to time, you're getting the intuitive nudges or reminders or some signs that are reminding you about your twin flame, and you kind of get reminded about this person. And sometimes it's just confusing because you kind of moved on with your life, with your journey, and you would like to be in peace with that. And sometimes it's just confusing because you cannot, and it's just, it brings your memory back to the person. And at some point you're also starting wondering like where the journey is going. And one thing I wanted to mention, it's based on my example. Very often it happened also throughout the dreams that I was seeing different stages of the relationship. I mean, I found different visions throughout my dreams that were describing different parts of the journey in different states of the connection. So, for example, I would see my twin flame in my dream that would be running away from me, or it would be very negative energy between us. Sometime down the road, I would see more calm energy in a dream. Somehow, like this person would stop running from me, so things would be getting more and more into balance. And at the even at a later stage, I would have this very peaceful state in a dream. So I would see that the gradual progress and improvement in our connection, although we wouldn't have a connection in 3D. So this is pretty confusing sometimes with people, for people, because they associate those dreams or those visions that they are getting with a specific person. And honestly, what I've realized based on my journey is some part of your energy is obviously connected with this person. So you can, by observing those dreams that you're getting about your twin flame or visions that you're receiving, just try to see it as your own personal progress. Because honestly, what I understood, that those visions is just a projection of our mind that tries to give us some hints through the intuition. We are getting more information about our journey. So obviously we should not be focused so much on the person per se. Just try to see it from the perspective that what's happening in my journey. Because you would be surprised how by just tracking down those visions or information you're getting intuitively, you're getting along your personal journey. So whatever happens in your visions, I would like to ask you just to look from the perspective of how, what's going on with your life. Like, are you getting more into balance? So when you have some visions, just try to observe the energies around this vision or around that dream that you're having, because clearly that can provide you more guidance. And as long as you can treat it less personally and more from the um, more general perspective, not tying that to the person, but just trying to tie that to your energetic condition. So with that, I wanted also to mention that, or remind you that you are the energy, and basically what happens through our twin flame connection, we are getting information, or we are getting in a mirror that can help us to understand this connection and understand um, us as a humans. So anytime you're getting into the connection like twin flame, we are getting additional chance just to look into our flaws, to look into what's missing in our personality, and just to track our personal journey or our personal development. So, throughout those visions that we are getting along our journey during separation state, we can see how throughout those changes, if you're observing the shifts in energy in your visions, you can see how you're getting more and more aligned with your energy. So, what I'm saying is, sometimes if you will notice that your visions, that sometimes they will be explaining about the development of the connection, although you don't have this 3D connection. In reality, it's just mirroring your personal progress. So I would like you just to see those things, just observe if you were having recently some kind of a visions, just to see um, if you can tie that to your journey. Just try to step back and try to see, okay, where I am at, and would that help me to navigate through your journey. So with this, I think that's just a very quick message that I wanted to explain, because many people are getting tied to this idea of whatever they are seeing from their intuition, whatever they are trying to understand about the connection. Honestly, this is sometimes our mind is playing the tricks, because in this energetic realms, those things are very complex for our mind. So what our mind will be trying to do is, when those things happen on a 5D, our mind will try to explain to us. So if there is some kind of energy coming to us which is related to something from the past, which is basically the person that we remind as our twin flame, although we are separated, our mind will associate this energy with a specific person. But in general, once you remember that you are your twin flame, that person just reflects your energy to you. You can start seeing those things from different perspective and try to a little bit not always trust your mind, because I just saw that from the time perspective, that whatever was happening, however I was translating those energies that were coming to me along the journey, along the separation process, I was trying to explain that in a logical way. So I was seeing that, oh, that's coming from that person. While in reality, it was just showing me my progress. So whenever I was seeing something that's going well with the connection, honestly, I was getting more and more aligned with myself. And I think that's might be very useful for you to just start seeing those visions or those reminders or information as additional guidance on your journey. So like the sooner you're able to detach emotionally from this kind of intuitive information you're getting and just see it from the broader perspective, that it's just okay, it's regarding to me, it's just about my journey, it will be more freeing for you. So with this, I wanted also to remind you that your higher self is guiding you through the journey. So any types of intuitive reminders or symbols, very often it's just for us to encourage us to continue with the journey, and just to remind ourselves that we're always guided. We are always guided in the right direction, and we should just follow this. But just don't get caught on those details, and just try to remember to stay on our path and listen to the guidance, but also try to be as objective as possible and as detached emotionally from the person, and try to shift our focus inwards. So, with this, it's going to be easier. You will just remove this emotional um, heaviness that you try to put towards someone else instead of yourself. So I hope this very quick message helped you. And if you have some additional questions about that, I will be happy to provide more clarifications also from my personal perspective, but also just explain you in more wider terms and maybe provide more clarity on that. So stay in peace and light, and see you in the next video. Thank you.